Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Nick and I'm a financial analyst in OLYMP TRADE. So we start our stream. Well, today is Friday and it's actually time to start our stream about trading psychology. So I would like to remind you that every Friday we are speaking about the most interesting bias, the most interesting psychological effects that can affect our trading and well, as the result, our financial results too. Well, so before we do this, or before we start speaking about conservative bias, and today's topic is well, it's quite interesting, and today we're going to speak about conservatism and the influence of conservatism on our trading. So I would like to help me with checking the sounds and the video if everything's okay, if there are no technical problems. So just let me know in the chat somehow, greet me somehow, or just write the place you are from. Yeah, so maybe your country, so something like that. Thank you very much. Hello, well, ENG, great. Hi. Okay, well, nice to meet you. Well, greetings. Hello, guys. Are there any technical problems? Well, especially with the sounds. What should I do with overtrading? So what do you mean by overtrading? Look, guys, well, as for overtrading, as for all other questions, so let's do the following. So let's follow the schedule. Yeah, so right now, so we are speaking about like the psychological bias, well, at first, conservatism, and after that, well, at the end of our stream, so we will have time and I will be glad to answer all the questions you want. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, so you too. Loud and clear. Well, that's great. Thank you. Thank you. Great. So, guys, today's topic is quite simple. On the one hand, on the other hand, well, somehow, well, it definitely can affect the situation with our financial results. And today we're going to speak about conservatism and conservatism bias. So, well, actually, conservatism bias, so this is the tendency to follow events that's approved by history. So, for example, let's take non-farm payrolls. So there is a strongly belief on the market, so that, for example, if non-farm payrolls is good, yeah, so let's say so that the situation with unemployment in the United States is good, well, the US dollar has to rise. On the other hand, if the situation with unemployment is bad, and if non-farm payrolls is low, well, the US dollar has to fall down. But actually, sometimes the opposite happens. So, well, here is the bias. So, if a trader does not find approvals in history, yes, he or she will ignore the new information, and as the result, will possibly ignore potentially profitable signals. So, we always try to find the approvals of the new information in our history, yes, in our background. So let's say so. Well, for example, so that is why, well, for example, such patterns as head and shoulders, they work, or double tops, double bottoms, they work, because, well, traders, they are trying to find the same patterns in the history, in the approvals in the history. But sometimes, well, markets, they have tendencies to change. Yes, well, markets can change. Well, as a result, if we cannot find such approvals, we start ignoring this information, and we can lose some profitable trades, some profitable signals, and well, of course, this is our losses, and this is not profitable for us. Well, that's for sure. So that is what conservatism bias is. Yes. So, guys, could you tell me, please, if you are a conservative trader or not? Well, sir, give me some trick how I do trading business. Guys, at the end of the stream, so we will have time to discuss all your questions, okay? So that's Peter from Kenya. Peter, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So guys, are you a conservative person? So let's say so. Do you prefer to be conservative more? Or you are more flexible maybe, yes? So you know how to, for example, how to change to make changes. So, for example, how to change your opinion on the market. Belong to India. Well, greetings to India. Yes. Well, as for other questions which are not concerning like psychological bias at the end, well, just in a couple of minutes, okay? Well, a conservative trader, or Rakesh, so he's writing. Well, mostly people are quite conservative. We are not flexible, and this is the biggest mistake on the market. One of the biggest mistakes. So let's say so, because actually, if we are conservative, well, it means that we will follow our strategy well till the end. But markets are changing, well, as I told you, and well, as a result, we can lose money. Who wants free signals? Free signals, that's great. Well, maybe. So markets, as for the markets, so well, the main idea here is to be flexible. So let's say so. So again, guys, we are discussing conservatism bias, so the tendency to follow events that's approved by the history. So that is why, well, as I told you, mostly all patterns, all technical patterns, all graphical patterns, they work because, well, traders, they do believe, for example, that if they see like head and shoulders pattern, the market will reverse. Yes, and they start trading following this well, historical pattern. So let's say so. Okay, well, in this case, if everything is clear, if there are no questions about this topic, so I'm ready to answer any other questions you want to ask me. Well, for example, so the question is, how can I start this business? You mean trading? Look, well, at first, if you are a newcomer, if you don't know anything about trading, so please, well, the first step is to try to learn something. Yes, well, at least you have to know like the basic ideas of trading. Check our platform. So on our platform, so you will find the bookmark which is called education, guys. So if you go to education, you can find everything you want. So here we've got for example, so look, trend indicators. Well, actually, so you can find the information about technical analysis like trend indicators, our strategies which we have on our platform, yes, and a lot of master classes and webs. Well, for any level, starting from newcomers until professional level. So even if you are a professional trader, you will be able to find something here. And also, guys, start with demo account first. Yeah, so start with demo account. So you can see that, well, demo account, so this money is not real. Start trading on demo accounts. Test something. Yes, well, test your ideas, test your strategy. So learn how the market works. And only after this, go to live accounts, transfer money, and you can start trading. But please pay attention that actually trading on live account is quite risky and you can lose your money. Yeah, so here trading, this is always risk. This is always risk. So you have to know this. Any other questions? Any other questions, guys? Well, it's a bit lagging. Okay, well, you're welcome. Any other questions? Maybe not just about like psychological mistakes, but about anything else. Well, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, anything you want. or Said, well, he wrote that I asked a question, so let me find your question. Well, unfortunately, it was in the charts. Well, I don't see it. Could you repeat it, please? Well, I cannot find it in the charts. So what was your question? Sorry. What are the benefits of VIP accounts? Well, as for VIP accounts, guys, well, at first, speaking about options, you will have another rate of return here. That's for sure. Also, you will have your personal analyst. Yeah, so this is a personal assistant who will help you with like to know all the ropes about financial markets and so on. So that's quite good. And also so for VIP traders, so we have like special VIP streams, master classes, and so on. So if you want, so you can become a VIP trader, and of course there are benefits. Well, I'm new here, sir. How much can I use to start this trading? Look, guys, speaking about money, so start, well, this is the main recommendation, the main advice here. Start with a sum of money which you aren't afraid to lose at first, yes? So what, for example, so let's imagine that you lost your money. So what sum of money is not crucial for you? Start with this sum, because trading usually, well, especially at the beginning, so when you only you have just came here and you start trading, usually so a person loses his money, so that's for sure. So that is why just try not to invest a lot, well, at the beginning. After a while, so you will see if you are satisfied with your trading strategy, with your profit, with everything. Of course, you can add more money, yes, on your accounts, and you can trade more. Otherwise, so you will not lose everything. So let's say so, or maybe the sum of money which is crucial for you. Is it a lot easier to learn in demo account than live accounts? Well, look, guys, these are two different things. Yes, well, if you are using demo accounts, trading psychology does not work. So you are not afraid to lose money, and that's actually, this is not the same as trading on live accounts. Yeah, so you know that on demo accounts, your demo money is actually not real. Yes, it is not real. And well, as a result, so the trader does not afraid to lose. As a result, when the trader switches into live accounts, usually he loses his money. He or she loses his or her money. So let's say so, because well, on live accounts, yes, so the fear factor, so let's say so. So when you are afraid to lose money, so it's quite, so this factor is quite crucial. Yes, it's quite important. Mostly when in webinar your team lose, you have risk-free trades to regain your amounts, but we don't have that. Risk-free trades, well, unfortunately, if we are speaking about VIP department, so this question is not for me. So actually, I am not a VIP manager. So please, you can ask it to our VIP team. Okay, so that's unfortunately, I cannot answer this question. I'm new here, and I found my trade account with two different bank accounts. Sorry, cannot understand. Found my trade account with two different bank accounts. So what do you mean by bank accounts? Well, well, actually, could you repeat your questions? Well, unfortunately, I cannot understand it. What you are talking about, guys? Any other questions? Any other questions? Well, speaking about technical stuff like transferring, withdrawing money, so well, unfortunately, so I will not be able to answer these questions. Well, we have support team, so you can write or phone to our tech support team, and my colleagues will definitely help you with that. So that's for sure. Okay. from $10. Yes, you can. You can. $10. Yes, I guess it's okay. So actually, it's possible. As far as I remember, it's possible. It's possible. So the money which you are not afraid to lose, again, yeah, so which you are not afraid to lose. So that's for sure. So just use the minimum, well, at first. So maybe, well, in the future, you will, like, you consider that you are, well, a good trader and with a good trading system, so why not? So in this case, you will increase the sum of money on your account. So that's for sure. Okay, any other questions? Nothing. Well, guys, in this case, I'd like to wish you good luck. Well, good trading strategies, good trading signals, and of course, I would like to wish you to make profits on trading, because, well, again, so trading is quite risky, and it is really hard to make profits. So don't have any illusions about this. So you came here to make money and to get, so let's say, so the profit which is higher than in your banks. And so that is why, so to do this, so to get these profits, you have to risk. Well, anyway, you have to risk. So that is why, well, again, good luck, good trading sessions, and good weekends. Bye bye.